Y'all totally killed it last time, so I'm back to feed you with more juicy FNAF merch news. Listen, the last 2 weeks has been absolutely bonkers with FNAF merch news, coming at you from all sorts, such as Youtooz, Funko, Hex, and even some other companies you won't be as familiar with, such as Franco. Since there's so damn much to cover, let's just get straight into it, kicking off with Youtooz, because there's a lot to cover in that sector. So firstly, let's dive deep into this awesome Security Breach Collector's Edition. This was revealed close to 2 weeks ago now and has a retail price of $150. Now, this price will differ depending on region, but we'll talk more about that later. Because I want to talk about those sweet contents of this box, starting off, well, of course, with the box. It's a fairly simple box design with that iconic Mega Pizzaplex logo that we've grown to love for almost 2 years now, and then around that we've got the signature of all of our animatronic buddies on there. You can see the Security Breach logo on the side there, and that's really all that we do get to see of the box. But if I were to make a prediction, I would just like to go ahead and guess that on the back of it, it's just going to show all of the items inside the box and then show some screenshots of the Security Breach game. Up next, you get a physical copy of Security Breach, because this can't be a Security Breach Collector Edition without the game itself. Now, unfortunately, as many people would be able to say, we've already got the Security Breach game, but there's so much in this bundle that practically forces me to buy this, so I'm gonna have to just do with another copy of Security Breach. Physical copies have also been out for over a month now as well, so I think it's safe to say that a lot of us already have Security Breach. But hey, look at those sick sun and moon illustrations on the inside of it as well. Up next we have a collectible steelbook. If you don't know what a steelbook is, it's pretty much like a more fancy, premium way of packaging like a DVD or a game. So it is pretty much just a collector's thing really, but you know damn well that that title describes me. Up next we've got the Mr Hippo fridge magnet, yes. Now what I think's really interesting about this is that this is an actual item in the game that has significance, because if you didn't have the Mr Hippo magnet, funny enough, you'd never get to meet Sun and Moon in the daycare. Up next we've got a 4-pack collectible plush pin set of all of the Glamrocks. Now if you know me, you'd know that Hazbin Hotel and Halva Boss has really spiked my interest in pins, so I will do with this any day. Oh, and fun fact about these pins, initially these were actually of a mask pin set, but I don't think they looked quite as interesting as these plush ones, so I do really like this change. And last but not least, we've got the real sellers of this box for me, these being the Youtooz items themselves, the Daycare Attendant plush and the Vanny figure. We've talked about these before, and you know I really like them, but the thing is, both of these items are exclusive to this bundle. The only way you're going to get these is by buying these in this $150 bundle. Boy, I can just imagine how much these are going to be resold for. But overall, I really like this collector edition, and I'm really happy that something like this actually exists for FNAF. The only thing is, I really wish you would be able to buy these items individually, because I really could do without some of the stuff in this lot, such as the physical copy of Security Breach itself, since I already have the game. Now, as I was saying about those exclusive Youtooz items, this would be the perfect transition to move on to the new Security Breach Youtooz figures. So over the past few weeks, Youtooz have been secretly teasing these in videos, and then they showed off shadow silhouettes of them, and then leaks came around, and then the big official reveal finally happened. And now, as of April 29th, they have been available for pre-order on Youtooz's website. Now, before we go over and check them out on the site, I want to show off these photos that Youtooz showed of their Security Breach figures, because it just looks so damn lovely. So here's Glamrock Freddy, Glamrock Chica, Montgomery Gator, Roxanne Wolf, and then finally, Vanny. So, if you head over to Youtooz's official website right now, looky here, FNAF has got the spotlight with their Security Breach drop. So if you click on over to view, it'll bring you to all their Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. So here we have Glamrock Freddy. These are all available for pre-order right now for $30. And look, here's the box design for him. And this is something I really like, is that what they do is they show digital 3D prototypes where you can spin it around and see the full thing of it. Isn't that just lovely? Look at this little model. And then we go and let's go check out the other ones. Here we've got Roxanne, box design. Just want to go through these real quick. There's Roxanne, looks lovely, one of my favorites from the set. Here we've got Glamrock Chica, box design again, number 8, wow. I'd say they must be taking off from the FNAF 1 figures then, because they went up to number 3. There's Glamrock Chica, love the pose on that one. Love Freddy's pose as well with his fist up in the air like that. Here we've got Monty, this one looks really good as well. It's just he needs his eyebrows though. Here's the box. And then the 3D spin around. Please give him the eyebrows though, he looks a little bit strange without them. And then finally, we've got Vanny. As I said, it's exclusive to that bundle. So I'll do the spin around. Now, I love how she's doing like that skipping pose from Security Breach. And then while I'm at it, I'll show you these as well. The Daycare Attendant plushie, which I already talked about in the last news video. But guess what? That's not all. There's another figure that released alongside the Security Breach pack. And that being Doko's new figure. Night Guard Doko has released alongside the Glamrocks. Looky here. Here we have Night Guard Doko. I love how he's just holding the exact same head from the Freddy figure. I know it's meant to be the Freddy mask, but that's kind of funny. There's the box for it. And you're able to do a spin around on Doko as well. I actually think I might like this one more than you know, the dog trap from last year. I'm not sure, but I think I'll be picking this one up alongside the Security Breach figures. Now, while we're at it, this will be a good opportunity to throw in the last few pieces of Youtooz news we've got. So firstly, Kane Carter over on Twitter has said we'll be getting the Fanverse figures earlier than we expected. We can expect to see these around July to September now. And lastly, someone on Reddit asked Youtooz a bunch of questions about a bunch of different things, but one thing they asked was about more FNAF stuff, and they confirmed that there's going to be more FNAF characters come summer. Now, they may just be referring to the Fanverse stuff, but I think it's safe to say that Youtooz definitely ain't done with a FNAF license. And I'm glad about that, and I'm really glad they do have the license, because Youtooz is definitely putting out some of the coolest FNAF merch out there. Alright, now up next we've got a little bit of Hex related news because people all over the globe are starting to receive their Hex FNAF 1 plushies now. You can look on Twitter or Instagram and you'll see that loads of people are now starting to get in their Hex plushies. Some people on YouTube have reviewed them as well. I'd recommend checking out Mr. Spring's review. He got them about a week ago and he's got a neat little review up on them where he showcases all of them. So feel free to check that one out. Now remember, another thing is that the Fredbear and Spring Bonnie Hex plushies go up for pre-order this Friday the 13th on May. Yes, that's right, the spooky day. Alrighty, up next, of course, we've got some news from the leader company of FNAF merch, that being Funko. Firstly is that Funko has released some smaller pieces of FNAF merch, you know, nothing major like action figures or plushies, but some little smaller pieces. So firstly, we've got another plush pin set. Seems to be a wee trend that's been going on recently. First Youtooz and now Funko, wow. So you can see here, it's based off the pizzas and plushies. You got Rockstar Freddy, Rockstar Foxy, Pig Patch, and a Lefty. And you know what I like about these is the fact that some of these pins look better than their actual pizzas and plushies. Hilarious. So like look at the Pig Patch pin. That looks better than the Pig Patch plushie. And then the Lefty pin, I wouldn't say it's as good as the Lefty plushie, but it is black instead of the actual plushie, which is grey. Funko's also coming at you with this Freddy Fazbear Loungefly bag. Now, Loungefly is like a company they kind of own, I think. I don't really keep up to date with that, but I know they make a lot of merchandise for that. So, all I'm going to say is Freddy bag. That's all I've got to say. No other opinions on it. If you want to buy this pin set and this bag, I'd recommend going over on GameStop. You can find them there. Some previously revealed items have also started to release now, such as that tie-dye slash spring colorway slash blacklight slash whatever the fuck it's meant to be Vanny plushie. You may remember that in February, for some reason this random TikToker got it sent to them by Funko for a claw machine of all things. Well, guess what? That plushie is now showing up in GameStops, and if you want to see it in action, there's loads of reviews up for it now on YouTube. Funko also released 4 of the exclusive FNAF AR plushies, those being Inverted VR Toy Freddy, Inverted High Score Toy Chica, Shamrock Freddy, and the Livewire Toy Freddy. If you think back to last week, you may recall that I myself actually did get the Inverted VR Toy Freddy and High Score Toy Chica plushies. I have a review up on my channel right now if you want to check those out. I got those off of Funko Europe and they sold out real quick. It seems to be no one else has even reviewed them yet either. On Funko Europe, they also had Shamrock Freddy and Livewire Freddy. That's for the UK release, but unfortunately they sold out far too quick for me and I missed them. But in the US, you'll also, note that they've started dropping in Walmart. You can look on the US eBay and you can find plenty of Shamrock Freddy and Livewire Toy Freddy plushies. People finding these in Walmart have also made the incredible discovery that they're even rolling out a brand new display case, and this is a Shamrock Freddy themed display case that holds both of these exclusive Walmart plushies, that being Livewire Toy Freddy and Shamrock Freddy. Seems to be 3 of each, so awesome new little display box. And I'm glad that there's 2 different display boxes for the AR plushies because it can hold all of the 11 different ones there are. And I've got an incredible display idea for when I get my hands on all 11 of the plushies. If you're wondering about the other 2 inverted plushies, they haven't released yet. I'm not sure why Funko didn't just release them all as a set. Alrighty, up next we're heading back into Security Breach because there's a lot more news in relation to that. Okay, so let's start off with the good part. So, you remember Fairywear, right? Well, thankfully they've still got their FNAF license and they're coming at you with some more long sleeve designs. Those being this awesome Glamrock Freddy one and this DJ Music Man one. I really like these and I'm glad that Fairywear still has the license because they're pumping out some real good stuff. You know what's funny? It's funny that a lot of the really, really good FNAF merch we're getting these days, it's just online exclusive stuff. Okay, and now we move into the bad part. So, do you know Rubies? Well, they're the ones who made those odd at best FNAF costumes. They didn't seem to learn from them because they're back with more, presenting the Security Breach costumes. Alright, so we'll start with the best and we'll slowly digress. So firstly we have Montgomery Gator. The mask looks really, really good and the body's actually pretty decent as well. I mean, for a child's costume that is, it does tend to be very much so printed, but it's still decent. And they've even got the packaging design there as well, which I appreciate. Up next we have Glamrock Chica. I, again, really like the mask design. Body is just an iffy kind of printed mask. Roxanne Wolf, love the mask again. They really should just be selling these masks separately, shouldn't they? The body just say the same as I would with the others. Up next we have Vanessa. There isn't really much wrong with this. It's just boring. It's just a normal security outfit. Up next we have Vanny. Looks alright, I guess. Love the mask again. They need to sell these masks separately. And look at this. We've got this gremlin pose. And then last but not least, we have Gregory. Okay, a lot of awful design choices were made. This is terrifying. This looks like you hired a hitman from the dark web to murder your parents and he's coming to your house with that creepy ass mask on. Destroy that. Why would this grown ass man want to cosplay this child anyways? This is weird. I hate it. And you may think that Glamrock Freddy has been saved from this curse, but unfortunately you'd be wrong. We haven't got a photo for it yet, but yes, a Glamrock Freddy one will be coming around at some point. Alright, well let's at least end this video on a positive note with Franco. Now you may not initially recognize the brand's name, but they've actually been making FNAF merch for years now. Anyhow, last week this Franco brand randomly dropped this super accurate 20-inch Freddy Fazbear plush pillow buddy. This random Freddy plush for kids that was released by a random company that we're not too familiar with is surprisingly much more accurate than a lot of the previous Freddy plushies we've gotten, such as the Good Stuff Freddy and even the 2021 re-release Sanchi Freddy, which is intended for collectors. If you'd like to buy one of these for your very own or just want to see more pictures of it, go head over to Amazon.com. They've got it on there for $28. And guess what? These are shipping right now as well. These aren't like pre-orders or anything. Like, people have already started to receive them. And honestly, I kind of want to pick one up myself. Even though, like, you know, like it's 20-inch, it would make for like a really nice display, I think, even if it's not intended for that. And there you have it for another part of weekly FNAF merch news. Well, actually, it's fortnight of FNAF news, you know, fortnight as in 2 weeks, but weekly just sounds much better. So really, there you have it. Hopefully I can come back next week if there is enough news. I can imagine it calming down a bit now because of how much we got in the last couple of weeks. So, thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you next time.